Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons systems online. All systems normal.
That all being said, pre-session talks. Chaldenius isn't going to be here this week. I will convert with him. I will convey with him over the coming week of how he wants to build and train his AI. Other pre-session talk. I am currently drinking a can of Dr. Pepper, so if I burp a lot, I'm sorry. That being said, last week we had a really trippy episode. Everyone went back to their domiciles and rested, including Adam. Everyone had these weird dreams that seemed like they might not be dreams, but it's like being super high. You don't know what's real and what's not. Like my character on the Saturday game. Adam conversed further with this thing that doesn't know what her name is, but clearly identified herself as a she, that he met while he was shutting down in the previous combat. Harlow met or talked to his imagination of his father, who explained to him where he's been and like everything he's learned. Chaldenius went through a weird vision with someone that he couldn't identify, but looked kind of like the AI that was trying to defend Banshee. And then Ike also went to a dream world that seemed to be filled with pleasantries until it became nightmarish as he couldn't find the perfect pizza roll once more.
Not my pizza rolls!
Being offered a bargain, Ike declined it, saying, "I'm fine," and then was ejected from his dream, more or less. We'll go from the same, unless you guys want to do re-rolls. Also, please log into Roll20 if you can. Do you guys just want to go with the same D100 rolls that you had last time for waking up?
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, sure.
I'm still looking.
Oh, I mean, they're both okay with it, so sure.
Speak now or forever hold your peace, man.
I almost do want to actually get the Hello Kitty.
It's not Hello Kitty, it's Cutie.
Yeah, it's Hello Cutie. Thank you very much. And that adds +2 to your style. So you'll be looking swag going down the street with that thing on your hip.
Okay. This 4D, at least by cyberpunk standards.
That being said, Adam, you find yourself rebooting as if it's a normal morning cycle. You're seeing the survey diagnostics for your body. A few things are like from the green starting to go into the yellow. Like you might need to get a tune-up eventually, but nothing's like mandatory. Hey, this is a problem. You need to fix it now. That dream from that weird, like, you would know what a dream is because humans talk about their dreams all the time and how they have meanings and stuff. You would know what the basic
read about it.
You would know what the basic gist of a dream is, but you yourself have never had one. You've had pre-programmed like, oh, this is my shutting down animation screensaver thing, but you've never had a proper like what you could equate to a dream. Without even rolling, you would know that was pretty much like what humans call dreams or how they describe dreams. That seemed to be exactly that. As you wake up in your little storage square, your brother is still plugged in, and you are across the storage container from him. It is currently you realize, like looking at like getting updates for weather and all that stuff, it seems like predicted weather for today is, oh hey, guess what? Clear skies with a chance of clouds later on in the evening. And it is currently 7:30 a.m.
I hope my weather app sounds like that. Guess what? It's clear fucking skies, man.
Well, look at that. It's a bit fucking rainy today. Don't
They
go
have a weather
outside.
app that definitely says some interesting stuff to you.
um, I I'll say that the first thing Adam does is after his morning diagnostics and everything is send Harlow a message um over the net with some rendered schematics of designs he's been tampering with.
Does he also send a text message with a gift from that girl from Parks and Rec that just says, "Money, please"?
Yes.
Solo's gonna take a few minutes to like look over the specs because in his mind he's like, you know what? Okay, he's helped me. He's helped keep me alive. He's really good. Let me see. And I look him over. I'm like, well, actually, that's pretty smart. Now, at this point, I just want to know what it's gonna look like when it's finished. Okay, send money.
Okay. Just so that's canonically happened. And then I don't think he'd be ready to actually wake his quote unquote brother up. Adam would probably just try to start setting up upgrade sessions with different mechanics in the area as soon as possible.
Okay, give me a second here, actually. Let me take
Even
a
if
look at
that's
this.
not a role playable sequence, if it just ends up like
I'm
being
probably
a
actually going to
Seinfeld
have you.
segment.
Ba-doop doop 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 boop. Ba-doop doop doop boop boop ba-doop boop 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 ba-doop boop 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 ba-doop beep beep beep. I should make that as a stream alert at some point.
Oh God,
Yes.
you'd
do
go
it.
crazy eventually.
Thanks for following. Boop ba-doop boop 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 ba-doop
Boom,
boop
boom,
boop
boom,
boop
boom,
ba-doop
boom,
ba-doop
boom,
boop.
boom.
I'm going to. So, are you trying to reach out with people that you might have worked with before, or like, are you just trying to get like decent price estimates from like all local vendors?
Well, I imagine since I've worked with Hard Deck a lot in the past, I probably know some of his circle since
Yeah,
he's done maintenance on me. He's probably sent me to some of his buddies too.
yeah.
So I'd be contacting some of Hard Deck's circle and
Okay,
maybe even telling some of his closer people that he's, not in a good place and he'll be out of or radio silent for a little while.
okay. I'm probably going to have you roll. Let's roll a d12, and then because yeah, since you have worked with not Harlow, but with Hard Deck's guys, go ahead and give me 2d12s and take the higher one.
Wow, that spun on 20 or 12 for so long and then landed on 1. Wow. 2 sevens.
Okay, yeah. At this point in the morning, you're able to get contact of 7 shops that think that they could do some work on the model number that you specified that you are. They might be able to handle the request. 3 of those contacts are people that you have met through Hard Deck. The other 4 are just other bot shops in the area.
Yeah, I'll definitely go through Hard Deck's contacts first.
Okay, go ahead and I'm going to have you make me 3 uh hmm give me 3 1d100s for the 3 of Hard Deck's contacts. Also, if you can log on to Roll20, that'd be perfect.
I am in Roll20. Oh, I didn't launch the damn game. I hate that.
Boop,
Go away,
boop,
ad.
boop, 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 boop.
It's not gonna update it, is it? Damn. Well, my rolls before I logged in were 35, 92, and 20. Do you want me to re-roll now that I'm logged in?
No,
Okay.
it was a 35, a 92, and a 20, you said?
Correct.
Okay, yeah. So, two of the contacts say for sure they can get they can get the parts that you're requesting, for upgrading the body into the chassis. The third one says that they don't think that they can get any parts like that. They don't have the proper contacts, but if you do find the parts, they would probably be able to work on them. They just haven't worked on a bot that old in quite a while, they say. The two contacts that you do get, one of them says the price will range because their buyers are a bit finicky, and the other one says they have a pretty good idea that they might have a secure line on products from that generation. Would you like to try the other four contacts, or are you satisfied with those two?
No, I'll go with the person that sounds pretty surefire. If there's someone that I have a chance of knowing, I'd rather go with them.
Okay. Do you give them a list of the things that you want them to get right now, or are you just like, here's a general list of things I would like when I can?
No, yeah, I'll give them my list. And say that um the limb upgrades and armor are non-negotiable.
Okay,
But
so
anything else on the list, if don't sweat it.
if they can get it, they can get it. If they can't, no big deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He says the contact eventually gets back to you. You would know that you were talking to Matt, who works at bots and body shops. It's a few hours travel away from where you are right now, but they say give them an hour or so and they'll see if they can get those parts lined up for you and give you an actual like target time of when they'll be at his shop.
Okay. That'll sound good, I guess. Yeah. I don't really have anything else in mind.
Okay, so you're just gonna spend the rest of the day as far as you're aware, just spending the rest of the day lazing at home.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be cleaning. I'll be cleaning my Robro. I won't turn him on yet, but I'll be cleaning all his components.
You're gonna polish him, but you're not gonna turn him on.
Yeah, it's got to wake up fresh and clean.
Don't forget to polish those knobs. You know, those knobs on the back. Yeah, make sure to polish those up real nice.
The
But
most important part.
yeah, don't turn them on though. Yeah.
I'm just sending you weapons that I'm kind of in the market for.
Don't do
Okay.
bro.
Oh no, bro. Oh my goodness. Hey, can I have all of the above?
No, I'm giving myself a wide margin, so I'm not disappointed by anything I find.
Oh, the pepper shaker. Nice. Harlow, you have just received communication from Adam that like shows off quite a decent upgrade path of like getting him to his once former glory, more or less.
Like a private Kickstarter.
Yeah, exactly. And then you got sent the gif of money, please. But a remastered CGI version of it because everything's run by AI in the future.
Holographic.
Yeah, exactly. But you sent him the money. It is 7:30. It's about 7:33 at this point. now that you're like finally done with that, you can see that sleeping like on the floor next to your couch is I think we called him Mike. The
The couch isn't the most comfortable thing in the world, but he could have had it.
but yeah, he is currently sleeping like a baby on the carpet right next to the couch.
I'm gonna send messages back out for my weapons contacts and for the research materials lady again.
Okay.
Since that didn't quite work out for me last time.
Yeah, do you want to send it to your old squad mate again?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a 1d100 on that, please.
Or War Buddy.
Yeah.
21 for research.
Okay. So yeah, you get a message back almost immediately from your war buddy that just says he might have a line on a weapon shipment that will be coming into town later in the day. He doesn't have a specific date because the tracking number is wonky while it's in port, but it's at port right now, so it should be here by end of business day at least.
Okay.
He also updates you that he has gotten the little drone working. He is currently making custom mounts for it to turn it into a weapons platform.
And then how much do I have to give him for the conversion? I think I still owe him 8,000.
I don't have those notes open right now, but I believe.
Or no, I still have to find someone. I think to get that connected to the van, to the sedan, to the car, basically.
Yeah, he told you that you would have to look at auto shops that would do that kind of that kind of work, but he doesn't know anyone off the top of his head that could do that right. Kind of like big scale at that point, remodification.
Yeah. At this point, I should probably just get a new vehicle.
You have the money. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, he gets back to you. The research contact. This time you do get a message back, but it seems like an automated message of Dr. Romani is currently not in the offices at this time. Please leave a message and she will get back to you at her earliest convenience.
That's kind of concerning. Is it a weekday?
Ooh, give me an intelligence check.
$15.
Yeah, it's a Wednesday. She should. Well, it was a Wednesday. It's a Thursday now, but it's kind of strange that she's not in the office. Usually, the scientific researchers usually are.
Because she hasn't even gotten back to me about the first setup.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that I might have to stroll by her place of work to see what's up.
With that 15, you would know that most automated, like you can probably, guessing by the email address, look up the institute that she works for, which would be Heimer Robotics and magical laboratories is what it's called. Heimer spelled Heimer.
That's where she works.
Yeah, that's where she works. Taken by the email address that she has.
What's her name again?
You would know her as Dr. Romani, Romania. But the A is silent. Which A you figure out.
Okay. I just wrote it down in a way that I remember how to pronounce it. All right. So I feel like I'm gonna have to go check on good Dr. Romani at some point. That's And I do have time since I'm waiting on the weapons. So I think
Okay.
I will do that.
You're gonna go do that now?
Yeah. I'm gonna leave a note for the guy sleeping on the ground. It just says you have at the fridge. I don't leave anything in my apartment worth having, so I'm not too worried about it.
Make me a stealth check, real quickly.
So that I don't wake him up.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be stirring. Like, for a moment, it looks like he's turning up, like he might be like waking up, and then you realize he's just turning over in
Actually,
his
no.
sleep.
I'm gonna wake him up and just let him know I'm leaving.
How do you wake him up?
I give him just a tap on the shoulder.
Okay, yeah. It takes a few taps, but eventually, like, you see his eyes kind of flicker open. And, oh,
Hey,
hey,
I'm leaving.
oh, okay.
Didn't want you to wake up and not know what was going on. Do your thing.
I can still stay here though.
I don't care.
Cool,
Just have at the fridge.
got it. I'll see if those I'll see if that that money hiccup gets transfixed today too. Hopefully it
I
does.
really hope so. And you've been through enough. You don't owe me anything. So like, as soon as it gets figured out, you just get your own place and call it good.
He owes you a swift kick in the balls.
You shut up because out of character he does. In character, he thinks I'm doing him a huge solid.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, I'm not a world class chef. Otherwise, I would have been a chef and not, a stupid fucking lawyer. But
It's good.
like, I'll look through your stuff, and if you've got anything I could work with, I might send you a link, like a list of things you could get at a supermarket here. We might be able to make up some good meals.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that on my way back.
Okay,
Send me a list.
I'll
Yeah,
I'll
be good.
I'll go through your stuff. I'll try not to eat too much.
I'm not too worried about it. Last couple jobs did me pretty good on the grocery budget.
All right. Well, do you have any coffee here? Or do I have to go to the Neo Bucks?
I live and breathe coffee, top shelf.
Perfect. Okay. I'll make a pot.
But yeah, I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Check on Dr. Romani.
Yeah. As you're like stepping out, you would see him like looking at his clothes and like I gotta wash. Like obviously like going through the cycles of like okay, I'm waking up, need to take a shower, like the usual wake up cycle for everyone. As you begin taking off, as you close the apartment door, Ike, you had a horrible night of sleeping. You don't
rolls.
you don't remember much from your dream other than there were a lot of pizza rolls, and that's about all you can remember from the night before. Unless you would like to try and remember more.
No, I just wake up feeling like that was the worst dream ever with the best stuff ever. And all I can remember
How
is the
could
taste of
something so
pizza.
good be so bad? It's a nightmare. But yeah,
It's
you
like lactose intolerant, It's like, you wake up in the morning, you're on the crapper all day after.
you wake up like again, you still feel pretty drained and tired. You would also notice it's about 7:40 at this point in the morning. Um your alarm is about to go off maybe, but you would also see on your phone like there's a like on your hollow phone there is a text from Hard Deck that just says I can get my hands on these. If you want to drop by we can work on your rifle today.
I groggily look at it and send him back a message saying, "Sure, I'll stop by soon."
Okay.
And
Give
then
me a
also,
second.
I would like to send a text to Harlow asking if he was able to get a hold of his weapons dealer.
My message
Okay.
back will basically just read, "Yeah, I got a hold of him. There's a shipment coming in tonight, and I'll let you know. Let you know what time when I know."
I'll just
You hear
send him
me?
the big thumbs up emoji,
Told it's
Ooh,
gonna
confirming
be
that
one
we're
of
on for the
those
night.
people.
I'm short with text.
Ooh, the thumbs up emoji, though. My boss does that to me all the time, and it kills me inside.
I can understand that with it being the boss sending that.
Sorry, give me just 1 second.
Yeah, I'll send him the beers clanking emoji.
uh, about maybe 20 seconds after you send your text to Harlow, you would get a text back from Hard Deck that just says, "Got fresh coffee, piping hot coffee, and making some omelets right now. If you want to drop by anytime today, perfect."
Ike does not respond, and he just kind of gets up and throws on his clothes. Not the ones from last night, but just like a quick set that he has on top of the dresser.
So how
Sprays
does
little spacks on him and starts walking up.
quick question? How does Ike like sort his laundry? Does he just have like a pile of dirty clothes that eventually he'll get to, or is it like he throws them in the washer and grabs a new set? And are all your clothes the same, or is it like you have some casual stuff, you have some business stuff, and then you have your merc stuff?
I got basically just casual and merc stuff.
Okay.
And the laundry does get assorted. Like it does, like not black and white stuff, but like it does go into an actual, bin at least. And about every 2 days, I'll wash them and yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it's basically just a pile because drawers are useless. So he's got like this pile of boxers and pants and
He's
whatnot.
just got shirt pile, pants pile, underwear pile, sock pile,
Yeah,
jacket
yeah.
pile.
Not even really folded though. Like it's just tarped onto the top of the dresser.
And this year's award for messiest mercenary goes to Ike Talon. Come on down.
Hey, realistically, that should be my award.
You asked me what his style was. That's his style.
So, yeah, you would also realize like you don't have any other text from like your normal contacts usually text you in the morning like, "Hey, might have a job lined up. Hit me up at the soonest time." There's no text like that this morning, which is kind of surprising. Usually, like they'll send out a message to like 20 different mercs of like, "Hey, got a job," and then the first one to respond gets it, kind of thing. Today, there's like from your multitude of contacts that usually have a job or two, no one's had anything, which is actually kind of surprising.
I would feel kind of happy about that, but at the same time, deep down, I'd have a feeling that's something to do with us taking out the guy that ran a whole bunch of stuff around here. I'd understand why the Joes were down. I wouldn't really care though.
All right, what is Ike's morning? I think we've asked this a few times, but I just want to cement it down. What is Ike's morning routine now that he's like not so groggy anymore?
Coffee. Shit, coffee.
In that order? Is there coffee
Coffee
while
while
shitting?
doing it, yes.
Yeah, I was about to say, is there
Yeah,
coffee
well, yeah,
while
1-2
shitting?
cups, and then the third cup's normally.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a big one. Oh, it's gonna hurt.
No, he smokes while he drinks coffee, but he always finishes one before he finishes the other, so he lights a new one.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh, I don't have enough
Exactly.
coffee. Oh, I better fill it up."
And then
Yeah.
then he's finished with his other one before he's finished with his coffee. Then he has to start all over.
It's
and
a vicious
it's
cycle, I tell you.
It is.
But it's a fun one.
It's a vicious cycle, but a fun one. Ho ho.
Kind of like the pizza rolls from that dream last night.
Wow, what a weird dream. Okay, yeah. So you get done with your coffee. It's been probably about 20 minutes. What is Ike's itinerary for the day? Is he just gonna relax at home for a bit, go see Hard Deck, or
He's gonna stroll down to Hard Deck and see what's going on, so that they can figure out what his later plans are with the other
Okay.
guy of Harlow's friend.
okay? Yeah. As you make your way to the bar, like you've never been here in the daytime, really. Like you've left when it was like dawn, but you've never been here when it's like not supposed to be open. This is a bar after all. It's supposed to be closed during the daytime. But surprising, like it seems a bit active in the morning, like right now at about, let's say 8:10, like it seems a bit active. There's like people walking down the street and stuff like that. You don't see Buddy outside though. Like it seems like he is not there.
I would not be too concerned about that, considering what just went down. Plus, it's like the daytime. It's early in the morning, honestly. So they're not even open yet. I wouldn't be too concerned. I'd just go in the back door.
Okay, so you're gonna go into the back door.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk down, continue walking, and then come around in the alleyway.
Okay. As you try to open it, you realize it's locked. Locked. Sorry. You give a
Okay.
knock.
No, I just send a text to Harlow. Or I mean, not the Harlow, Hard Deck. The
We're
owner.
all turning into old people here. Hard Deck, Hard Low, same thing. They both start with H. It's both.
They start with the same 3 letters.
Okay, yeah, you send him a text, and like after maybe a minute, you hear some shuffling around as he like goes to the back door. You would hear like some like keys jangling before he finally opens the door, and as he does, he's like, "Shh, Chow Dennis is still sleeping on the couch, so try to make it a little quiet in here."
Oh, okay. See, now I'm glad I sent him a text. I forgot Chowdinius went to sleep on the couch.
So yeah, he lets you in. You would see him go back behind, like back towards the front behind the bar. If you make your way there, like you would see, you wouldn't see Selena or Buddy there. It seems that they're gone now, but like Hard Deck is just there. There's a pot of fresh, like it seems like it's just been made. Pot of coffee. Hard Deck has a giant thermos next to the stove, and you see him like flipping these eggs and making some pancakes. He's like, "Okay, so I looked over the list you sent me last night. I'm pretty sure I can get most of this stuff by probably afternoon time, let's say. And then if you don't mind, I'd actually like to teach you how to like. I've seen the rifle that you're working with. I've taken apart a few of those before. I could show you how to do this on your own, so you don't need my help. You can just use my tools if you want. You don't have to.
As long as you look over it after, just to make sure I'm not going to have an issue with it. Yeah, I'll learn.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna like just send you into the dark and here's the tools. All right, fucko, do it.
What
No.
were the items you weren't able to find?
Specialty ammunition for that rifle is a bit of a hard case. I might have a lead on some armor piercing stuff, but that's still unsure. I haven't found much else. Depleted uranium rounds and hollow points for that kind of caliber are very rare in the first place, and not seen a lot. So I'm trying to I'm still got a few probes that haven't messaged me back yet, so we'll see. But other than that, I have a line on most of the other parts for the rifle. Also got another buttstock in there that is padded, so that might help with your accuracy abilities.
Okay, how much is this going to cost me?
I haven't gotten a price point yet from my contact. I'm waiting for him to confirm that it's all there before we actually get moving with this.
Can we take it out of my payment from the previous job that still hasn't arrived?
Oh, yeah. I'll give you. I'll send you. Um, when I finally get a list of what it's going to cost, I'll send you a text just to make. If you're not here at that point, I'll send you a text just to make sure that it's okay before I actually authorize a transaction. But yeah, I can just take it out of credit.
I'll just get the parts anyways, because I have extra income. So if I can't cover it from that last job, it'll be fine.
Got
Let's
it.
go ahead and order it, and we'll get working on it today.
Okay. I'll try to make sure it's not too expensive. Sometimes Jacko likes to squeeze the wallet here and there. So
Yes, with a name like that, he likes to squeeze a lot of things.
omelets, pancakes. What's your breakfast? What are we looking at?
It's an omelet and a cup of joe.
Okay. Anything special on the omelet? Just omelet.
Just a lot of cheese.
Got it. Pulls out a 5-pound bag of cheese and just begins pouring it on this giant egg. a veritable avalanche of cheese falls upon the egg as he tries to fold it. No. Yeah, you would see like it takes him maybe a minute before he like hands you a plate with 2 omelets on it. Both of them seem like oozing with cheese out of it, and then puts a thermos in front of you, fills it with coffee, puts down like non-dairy creamer and some sugar in front of you with the spoon, and he's like, here you go. So what else is new in the world of Ike Talon?
You know, the normal stuff. You know I can't say much.
Okay, fair. I get it. I get it. The work of a I used to be in that field too.
Yeah, you know, we can't really talk about that stuff.
True. Oh, but the secrets we keep. They should pay residuals on that, I think.
I agree, because that's a lot to keep.
Although, who would organize a spy masters union? That would be that'd be a bit tricky.
That it would.
As the two of you keep like discussing nonsense, the camera pulls out. Adam. It's been about an hour since your morning wake up. Your brother is looking polished, nice. There's like a few scratches here and there that you couldn't really buff out. You might need to get like a proper, like take him to a proper body shop to get that fixed. But other than that, like he is gleaming and sparkling. Your Robro looks fantastic.
Polished up his Robro pretty nicely.
Good. I'm running out of things to do before I turning him on.
Make me a intelligence check, please, or a history if you would like that.
I can do. Okay, thank you, D&D Beyond. 1 second.
It's D&D Beyond.
History. Bang. Yay, 7. I'm rolling all 7s today.
Would you like to use your...
No, it's good.
Okay. You feel like you for a moment there, you're like, all right, I'm polishing him up. He's been charging all night. What am I missing? And then you realize you haven't checked to see if he has any software in him.
Oh, like an operating system or anything?
Yeah. For all you know, like thinking about it, you realize you haven't checked to see if he has operating system installed, if he has like any drivers in any of his functions at all. Like for all you know, he could be wiped completely clean, and it could just be a chassis that you're looking at.
While that would be really sad, it would be somewhat expected for how old they are. I guess with a little trepidation, he would try to boot him up.
Roll me a 1D100 with advantage, please.
Bum, bum. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-da. Bum, bum. So there would be 46 would be the roll.
23 would actually be the roll.
Advantage.
Yeah, you're going for lower on a D100.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting you go down.
You weren't lying. We are all getting old.
I mean,
It's
different
just-
systems use the D100 in different ways. So
It's very subversive to how I normally play. That's all. It's nice that my rolls together came to 69.
yes, I do like that. Nice. Nice.
So good.
You try to find like a flicking on switch because you've never turned yourself on. You just have a reboot cycle every night where your body shuts down, installs new drivers if there are any, and then reboots itself. So you've never had to try and find a switch like this before. Eventually, after some searching, you do find it. You flick it on. It takes a few moments before you begin hearing the whir that you would know as like neural network activating. And then after a few more, like after a few minutes of that, then you would hear like almost like an old timey like Macintosh 2 booting up, where it takes a while for it to actually boot up, and then you finally see the screen go on, and then it takes a while more before you can actually use it. Like
you hear the tinkling and crackles of like a CRT somewhere.
You hear the PS2 booting logo for some reason. Really weird. Maybe it's PS1.
PS1 booting sound, and then for some reason it gets overlapped by the GameCube boot up sound.
As you would finally see, like his arms, like your rebooting process, you would see like his arms don't seem to come to life as much as you would see like the internals, which you polish enough that you can actually see a little bit inside, like the not shoulders, but it would be shoulders and the not wrist. What is the thing between them? Elbow. Like those, like the internal circuits where the armor panels aren't overlapping. You would see like motors and cogs beginning to turn and activate.
Okay.
And then finally you would see, like, unlike your like completely clean like faceplate that has no like quote unquote eye sockets, his is a smooth faceplate except for there are two eye sockets. This is 2 generations younger than you. So you might not know why he has eye sockets, but that's the main difference between you two, other than he's also a bit bulkier and bigger. But yeah, you would see like finally like this, it's at first it's very dim, this white glint begin to glow, and then soon like the entire faceplate and the eye sockets especially have like a white light coming around the faceplate and out of the eyes,
Okay.
as he seems to be, quote unquote, awoken.
Awoken.
I am awoken. Even in death, duty does not end.
Put my crouch and put my hands on my knees and go, "Hey there, buddy." Hey there, buddy. How you doing?
Operator Sedum. Fully operational. Systems running diagnostics now. You would hear the sound of like whirring as it seems like he's trying to update through probably centuries at this point of like updates for all of his firmware and stuff is like now being downloaded and inloaded into him, as it just seems like he's blankly just staring at you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that might take him a little bit. He's got a lot to catch up on.
Current progress. 1 gigabyte of 530 terabytes.
Dang, he's only doing the terabyte option. I remember the zettabyte update.
Okay, calm the f down. He doesn't have the quantum processor upgrade yet.
He's been out for a long while.
Yeah. he wasn't online for those options.
Sorry, buddy.
But yeah, it seems like he's awakened finally, and he's like, instead of communicating with you, it seems like he's trying to more or less download history at this point through trying to find old I was gonna say servers, but I mean updates, and like downloading them bit by bit by bit, you know. Patch 1.5, patch 1.6, patch 1.7.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna let him go ahead and download all that and lock up the house and start making my way over to the one cyber
To bots and bodies.
Yeah, bots and bodies, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He'll
You
be
would
fine.
you would see that, like, through all your amazement of finally like waking up another of your quote unquote brothers at this point, you would see that you did get a text back that said he would have the parts by about 10 o'clock today. Just bring in the bot at that time and he can start working on it. It might take a few hours or a few days to fully install everything. But he sends a list back of, let me see here. Oh, it's just guns. You get a list back that says he was able to get his hands on nanocarbon plating, the military extremities, the military legs, and the electrical hardware overhaul. The other ones he can't get a hold of right now. Out of those options, which ones would you like, more or less, is what he's asking.
All of them.
Okay, yeah, it takes, like, you would see as soon as you reply like a few dots, and then it would say like, okay, I'll have the full list here. How many arms are we working on today, and how many legs?
2 arms and 2 legs.
Okay, yeah. You would see him just say, all right, come in at 10 and we'll get the service started.
Good. I'll basically, Adam won't do anything else that day other than doing the upgrades. That's the most important thing for him right now.
Okay. Yeah, you still have about an hour until you need to be there. You would know, you could probably like wait about 30 minutes before having to make your way over there. As the camera cuts to Harlow.
Hello.
It's been about probably 30 minutes since you left the place. Where are you walking to, buddy?
Going to
Oh, to Heimer.
Heimer. Yep.
Okay, yeah. Like the address, the local, the oh my goodness, my brain. This is your brain on no coffee. Yay! You would see that the closest office. I almost called it local office again. The closest office to you would be about an hour's walk, probably about 20 minutes of driving with how bad traffic looks this morning. But yeah, at this point you are there because it's been about 20 minutes since we were last on you. But yeah, you would see that they have a front parking and then they have like a parking garage. This is a high rise building, and on front of it in like giant glowing letters that are coming down from like the top the top left down to the bottom right, it just says Heimer, and then across the lettering in the center it would just say right above the doorway it would just another smaller logo of Heimer, and then it says underneath robotics and military magical research. Where are you gonna park, buddy?
How's he parking when he walked there?
Did he walk?
You
I
said he
would
was
say not.
walking.
I would say I did not walk.
Yeah, but you.
I said he was walking because I am
Yeah,
dumb.
you got me confused. I'm like, what? My bad.
We are all dumb little old men in this call. Don't worry. But yeah, so there's a parking garage on the side. There's a parking lot on the side. It looks almost full, but you might be able to find a space in there. There's also a parking garage that extends almost as high as a building, about probably 3/4 of the way up, right next to it.
I'm going to go into the parking garage.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
Because at least there I have like a small degree of separation. Like my car won't easily be traced back.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. Roll me a 1d100, please.
A 1d100.
Yes, sir.
95. That's not good.
It takes you a long while to find a space, and eventually you do, and you realize as you like finally park and get out of the car, you're almost at the top of this parking garage. Like there's like maybe a few floors above you, if that. There is, however, a bridge from your level to the to Heimer Incorporated right next door.
Say that one more time.
You would see that you are pretty high up on the parking structure. There's a few floors above you, but like it took you a while to drive all the way up there. There is also a sky bridge connecting the parking garage, the level that you're on, and like an equivalent level in Heimer Industries. Like there's a sky bridge that leads from from the parking building to the Heimer building.
I'm gonna make my way in there. So you said there is a bridge?
Yeah. There's like,
okay.
When I say bridge, like you've seen,
it's like a skywalk.
Yeah, I call them sky bridges. I don't know the proper. I thought that was the proper term, but
correct.
Yeah. But yeah, it's that. As you get inside, you would see like this place is very massive, like huge. Even the single floor that you are on, like you can see multiple levels of like even though this is considered one floor, there are multiple levels of research labs on this one floor. And it seems like they're all working on different stuff, but it's kind of occluded. Like it's frosted glass. You can't see in them too clearly, but you can see there's people moving about in like each one of these labs. In front of you, there is like a giant desk with 3 receptionists working at it, and one of them spots you and like waves you over.
I go over.
Yes, welcome to Heimer Laboratories today. Is there anything I can help you with today?
Hi, yeah. I'm a friend of a Dr. Romani, and I'm just here to drop some stuff off for her. And I have like a little paper bag. Like I'm just like some old fries in it or something, like a lunch.
Give me a 1d100, please. again.
Please believe. Please believe. 27.
You would notice that as you're holding this bag up to her, luckily the side that has a logo is not facing her, but you would see that you do like it does have like a fast food logo on it. It's not huge, like it doesn't say like McDonald's, but there is still like the face in the circle, and like
Yeah.
from 20
McDaniels.
yeah, from 2150 to current, but yeah, give me a persuasion or deception roll.
Persuasion or deception. Yeah, we're gonna go with persuasion, champ. Ooh. 12.
Oh. She looks at you for a bit before looking down at her computer, and you would see like as she like looks down, you would even be able to see like a holographic keyboard almost rises from the table, and she begins typing into it as a screen appears in front of her. Between you and her, you can't read clearly what's on the screen, almost like frosted glass. You can see that there's text there, and you can see it floating up.
Can I try again?
For the persuasion?
I'll use my dice.
Your inspiration?
Yeah.
Go ahead and re-roll that.
On a dirty 20.
Damn. Okay. As I said before, you would see that she's still typing, like, keyboard still rises, like a holographic screen appears before you. For a second, you can see clearly what it says before, like, a frosted layer comes up between you and the screen. So you can't see the text anymore, but you can see it's moving. And after a few moments, she goes, "Oh, you're a few floors too high. Give me a second. Can you hold your arm out for just a second? I just need to see your wrist."
Sure.
As you like hold out your wrist for her, you would see like this little barcode scanner like rise out of this. Like it's a seamless desk. It looks completely flat except for like where her keyboard is and where the monitor appears. Like everything rises out of this desk. As it does, you would hear like the pneumatic as this barcode scanner rises up, and then you would see a red laser like go from like your forearm down to your wrist. All right, this might sting, but just give it a second. And she presses a button. You would immediately. Are you going to try and pull your hand back, or are you going to let it slide?
Do I know what's happening?
You can give me an intelligence check to see if you would know what's happening.
So that's gonna inform my decision here. 10.
I mean,
That's a good average.
You've never been in a high-tech lab like this before, but you would recall that like some places do give out like day temp passes or tattoos or some marking of some sort.
Yeah. It'll probably go away eventually. Is this permanent?
Oh no, it lasts until you leave the building. As soon as you do, we have. If you look behind you at the doorway, we have little scanners, and it will just immediately erase it off as soon as you leave. So, no big deal.
Thank you. Okay, yeah, we'll let it slide. We'll let it slide.
You would see this like this red light, like red laser light from this barcode emitter suddenly glow orange, and you would feel it doesn't feel like it's burning, but it's almost like when you singe your hair, that kind of feeling.
Oh, yeah.
As you would see like this little QR
I know
code.
that's like Vincent.
What are you trying to call me out on?
So,
Ooh, but yeah, you would like I said, it feels like it's barely singeing your skin, but you would see a QR code beginning to form as this like line by line this laser is marking you. And then she'd go, you have a heads up display, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. You should see if you look to your left and start moving towards to the elevators, there should be a green line available, and that should point you where to go. Did you need any other help today?
That'll be it. Thank you. I appreciate it. You have a good rest of your day.
You too. Do keep in mind, security will come and take you if you don't leave by closing time. So, you've got a few hours, but
This shouldn't take me more than a few minutes. I'll be out of here in no time.
okay, good.
Thank you. Bye.
That was the fakest thank you bye I've ever heard in my. Thank you. Bye.
It was supposed to be like Beverly Hills. Thank you.
Oh
Bye.
my god, thank you. I'll talk to you later. D&D Beverly Hills Edition.
Is that what we're doing next?
I'm gonna use my holy smite to burn the shit out of this guy. Oh my god. I rolled a natural 20.
Fuck you. I can't.
Oh my goodness, I need to start working on that one shot right now. Either way, yeah, as you do what she said and you turn your head, you would see like holographic display, like a percentage ticking up on the left side of your vision before it would just disappear, and you would see a green line form in front of you leading towards the elevators. I'm assuming that you're going to follow.
Yes.
As you do, immediately as soon as you get in the elevator, like you would see one of the cameras look down at you, scan your, like it looks like it's looking at your wrist specifically, looks at your face, and then immediately you would feel the elevator poof, as it begins to move down. As the camera pulls away from Harlow in the elevator. Ike, you just finished eating a very hearty breakfast for probably the first time in a while. Like, you got as much eggs as you wanted to, as much coffee. Even though you had a bad sleep, you're feeling kind of refreshed now. Like, wash it away with
Don't feel
coffee
like
and
I'm
egg.
dying.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't feel as bad as you did when you first woke up. And Hard Deck looks at you and, well, I got a message back from him. Yeah, this looks like it's gonna run us about 30,000 credits, so it's a little pricey, but I mean, I can go pick up the parts in probably about an hour or so and have them, like I said, here by noon.
Yeah, go ahead. You want
All
me
right.
to do a little cleanup around here? Or are you going to clean it up first?
I mean, if you wouldn't mind, that'd be great. But
I'll go ahead and throw the dishes in the sink.
okay.
And get that taken care of.
Well, let me go pick up the parts. You have the rifle with you, right? You leave it in the back room.
Yeah. No, it's always on me.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it. I can't see
You missed it.
I can't see your back right now, so you know. Coffee takes up most of my attention in the morning. Let me go get the parts for you, and I'll be back. Like I said, I'll text you when I get the parts, and then I'll be here by noon at least. So if I'm not here by noon, or if you need to go take care of something, just let me know. I'll be back. As he, like, you would see him take a pair of keys and just start walking back towards the back door. Ike, how serious are you about cleaning this place up?
Oh, not that serious. I'm going to go turn on the faucet for about like 3 minutes. Make sure it's super piping hot. Throw some soap in it. Throw the dishes in there. Let them soak for like 5 minutes as I have another cup of coffee. Then I just scrub them, throw them in the dishwasher, be done.
Okay. You would realize, like, as you're doing the dishes and you're, like, actually scrubbing them down a little bit and, like, not too much because the dishwasher takes care of most of that, and then putting them in the dishwasher, you would notice there's still a lot of, like, what you can only assume as blood splotches. You can see them all over the floor now that you're, like, actually fully awake. There's just blood splotches all over the, like, the various stools, the booth, like the table, the floors, even a little bit on the bar. There's red everywhere. You want to clean that up too, or no? You're just here to do the minimum.
No, he cooked for me. I'm just doing the cleaning. It's Selena's job to clean up. She'll recover, and then she'll clean it.
We are about two steps away.
It doesn't bug me.
We are about 2 steps away from it's a woman's job to be in the kitchen.
No, it just doesn't bother me because I've seen so much blood, been around it so much. It's just like people having oil stains and stuff around. They hate it. They gotta clean it. Nah, I'm not me. I don't care.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll me a 1d100, please.
Oh Lord. Not as bad as last week.
Hey, a 35 is better than a 98, so yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it seems pretty uneventful. Like, yeah, it might not be the greatest day, but it went from a pretty bad morning to like, hey, things are looking kind of up right now. As you're sitting around waiting, you don't realize how quickly time is going by that you're doing nothing. Like at first it seems super slow, and then once you finally got like working on the dishes, it seems like it started to pace up. You would see you get a text from Hard Deck that just says, retrieve the parts, coming back home, give me about an hour and a half or so. Traffic looks like it might be a bit bad on the way home.
I would send them a text back saying, what time does the GPS show?
He sends back, it says an hour and 23 minutes.
Okay, do I know what time it is now?
Yeah, you're looking at the clock. It says it's 11:30 at this point. Not
Okay,
11:30.
so
Sorry, 11 o'clock.
I'd send him a message back. Okay, I'll be here.
Okay.
And then I'd walk around the building to see if I couldn't find the other two, Selena and what's his face.
Go ahead and make me an investigation check as you try to find any traces of Selena or Buddy. I mean, you found some blood splotches that you think belong to them, but you're not quite sure, you know. After a while, blood just becomes blood. Like it doesn't have identifying marks.
Right.
You would
Unless
see
you can get a scan on it, I guess. Take a
yeah,
scan.
unless you spent some like time trying to actually like delve and see, oh, this blood matches a DNA match, but you'd have to have special tools for that too. But you would see, although they're not here, and you're pretty confident they're not here, you would see that in the booth next to the door, there's like a leather jacket that you're pretty sure looks like it probably belongs to Buddy. And then behind the counter, there looks like a almost like a cooking a chef's apron that's hanging up that has like two bunny ears, two like brown bunny ears coming out of like a pocket on the stomach area. You're pretty sure that also belongs to Selena, but you don't see them here. After like thoroughly looking through the stage and the back rooms, you're pretty sure they're not here.
At that point, I wouldn't really worry too much about it, and I'd go outside walking down the street again.
Okay,
Spend a little time out there.
roll me another 1d100, please. Okay, not bad.
Still better than a 98.
As you're trying to get rid of time walking down the street, like some guy, you're not sure in the moment whether it was you that hit him, if you were in his way or if he was in your way, but some guy like hard brushes into your shoulder. It actually kind of hurts a little bit. And you would hear as he turns around, like maybe you turn around, but he turns around and he's like, watch where you're going, asshole. I'm trying to fucking walk here. Fucking gotta be working. As he begins muttering to himself. You gonna do anything?
Nah, I'm just gonna say sorry, bud, and keep walking.
That's not the Ike I know. Yeah. Other than that, like the rest of the time doesn't seem to no one else seems to brush into you. You would realize it's getting close to about the time that uh that hard deck should be back at the bar.
All right, so I'm I'm gonna guess that I was probably not even a block away anyway, so I'm gonna keep walking back to the bar.
Yeah,
But listen,
you're
that
probably like a
pizza roll
5 minute walk.
dream has me messed up. I don't even want to fight no one today, so I'm glad it's a day off.
As you like as you realize the time to begin making your way back, um, Adam, it's taken you a while to get here, but you are eventually come to Bots and Body Shop. Excuse me. You see like there's 3 garage bay doors open, and then there's like a bunch of like smaller doors that are closed, and you would see through looking them, like peering through them, you can see them working on like there's 2 mechanics that are working on a singular car right now, and like taking it apart and like fixing up stuff. You would assume, and then the rest of them are filled with like quadruped wheeled bots. There's even a bot that has treads, like tank treads on it that people are all working on. Um, but yes,
Okay. Um, I'll. There's most likely a, a counter, right?
yeah, you like there's like that's all the garage area you can see walking down the street. There is like
Oh, right.
a face building of the garage where that has clear that has see-through windows. You can see inside there's like waiting area where a bunch of people are sitting, as well as like a desk with a few people walking back and forth between the shop and the desk area.
Oh, so this is a place where people are taking their robots to get them fixed.
Yeah, most of the time they
Okay,
are.
it's gonna be this is gonna be weird. Adam's gonna walk right in. Um, hopefully not have to wait in line.
Yeah, there's no one else standing at the counter. On the TV, Saving Private Ryan 21 is playing on the TV screen. You don't know why they keep remaking it, but cool.
Keep remaking Saving Private Ryan.
It was a really good movie. You don't understand the hype behind it. It was a war movie. Cool. Get over it, people. Whatever.
I mean, come on, you don't need a 22. It's done. Leave it.
Yeah. Listen, no one asked for 21. I don't see why people are talking about on forums about 22 coming out. It's stupid. People are dumb these days. You don't understand humans, quite frankly.
Yeah,
No
I'll
one
walk up to the
does.
counter and just stand right in front of the counter until they address me.
Yeah, like you notice, um, as you are walking in, like occasionally a mechanic will come up and they'll look at the counter and it looks like they're looking at some papers or like at a hollow pad and like touching a few buttons before walking back in the garage. Eventually you do see who you would recognize as Matt walk up and wipe his brow, and even though it like might have wiped away the sweat, it seems like the sweat was just replaced with like dark grease mark just across his forehead. And oh, well, hell, if I knew it was you, I would have told you to come right in.
Hello, Matt. I am here for some. It is time for some combat upgrades.
Oh, you're finally getting to it. I'll say, it's about time. Um, listen, it might be a bit pricey though. Like, I don't want to sound ageist or nothing here, but you're a bit of a old model at this point.
Completely understandable, my mechanic friend. I have run into some credits as of late and found this is the perfect time to start the process.
Well, I deal mostly in chips, but I'll take credits too. All right, so I got most of the parts I told you about already. I've got I've got one of the arms. The other one's supposed to be here within the hour. So if we get working on this right now, by the time it gets here, we'll be actually taking the arm off and recompositing it. So I mean, if you want to pull yourself into Bay 5 way down at the end there, we can put you in the chair. We can start getting to work immediately. Do you
Absolutely.
he like actually leans in and he's like, do you have a card on file with this, or how are we billing you?
Would I just be able to wire money to them?
You would be able you would know that while most places don't have physical cards, like there are still like banks still have card numbers attached to the account for like online purchases or food delivery and stuff like that. But like you can also just open your bank account settings for like this place to take out of it immediately.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to
Adam will
need you to
try to
press on
give-
the permissions app. It's going to tell you that we need your location and we need access to your camera. Don't worry about that. It's just usual nonsense with the whole app bullshit. It's stupid.
Adam will try a human gesture and like wave him off in a friendly manner.
As opposed to actually waving him off.
Yeah. Matt, you have been on my you've been on my okay list since we started working together.
Oh, wait a second. Let me pull up your file here. You would see him like, unlike the computers that Harlow has seen at the lab place. This is like an actual, like, you can see the beige coloring of this keyboard. It looks old. There's grease stains all over the desk, and the keycaps just seem to be like, I don't want to say molded in it, but they're covered in it. You can't even tell the proper letters of them because there's just complete grease everywhere on the keyboard.
You know, from the few mechanic shops I've worked in, actually, like the keyboard does get greasy as hell, but the
Yeah.
top of the keycaps like get like mirror polished from on
Yeah.
the fingertip.
Yeah. You're pretty sure it would be mirror polished, but these guys seem to be quite deep today.
Oh yeah.
That sounds really bad. They went double fisting this time.
As he's looking through my file, Adam will just start walking to Bay. Matt, as always, my life is trusted in your greasy, calloused hands. And then he'll just walk to the bay and just
Are you back
sit
to him, or
himself down.
like are you like back towards him, or are you like looking at him as you say this, walking back towards the bay?
back towards him.
Okay. Yeah, behind you, like Matt, like lets go of the computer, looks at you, and is like making the WTF, like what the fuck expression, arms raised, and is like, all right, wipes off his hands and begins moving back towards the bay with you. All right, we're just gonna need you to. I just need you to sit in. You know, arms up on the restraints. We're gonna latch you in on the torso. So you said we're just doing all the upgrades that we can right now.
Absolutely.
That's a buttload of cyberware. You're gonna be uncomfortable for the next few days. I'm gonna tell you that much. Like
Comfort
usually,
is foreign.
I don't think you understand quite what I mean, but when you experience it, you'll experience it. Trust me. And you would see now that he's talking, like his arm begins to like the flesh around his arm begins to unmold as he begins like latching you into the seat. All right. You want any special simulation today, or just turn you off?
No, the void's quite pleasing.
All right, I'll see you when you wake up, then, partner. And you would just feel almost like an ease of being let go. All the sensory information around you, poof, away.
Nice.
As Harlow, Baldur's Gate 3 has just finished downloading. Thank you, Steam.
I'm glad. I really want to get that game. It looks really good.
Time to have fun times with the druid.
All right, guys, we're done now. I'm gonna go play a halfling barbarian.
I'm just
No,
saying,
'cause I
no
don't have- you don't get that. There
microtransactions
it is.
at all, and it just works.
Yeah,
Fuck
right?
Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, exactly. It's been in early access for a while. Either way, Harlow, you're in the elevator. It's been like you say you're probably thinking it's been at least 15 floors, and then finally you feel like the elevator begin to slow down as the doors open, and the green path in front of you once again resumes. It's not just a dot on the floor anymore. Once again resumes and begins showing you direction towards Dr. Romani's lab.
I'm gonna move over to it.
Okay. Yeah, on this floor, unlike the floors above, most of the floors here, most of the labs in this area are like, they don't seem to be actual labs. They seem to be offices with like lab equipment inside of them.
I'm assuming that no one's stopping me.
Yeah, no one is stopping. Like a few people are looking at you, and give me a perception check, actually.
What is it? What is it? You guys don't like get Yankees? Is that what it is?
Y'all racist around here? That's racist.
Perception?
Yeah, perception.
6.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like anyone's focusing on you too much, at least.
They're just kind of giving me weird looks. I'm feeling awkward trying to.
Yeah, but you would see that most of these offices, like even though you rolled horrible there, let's be 100% honest, you would see that most of these offices are like full, like with at least one to three people in each office. As you begin nearing the end of the line, you would see it goes up a set of stairs. There's no activity in the office that is pointing you towards.
Concerning. I go into the office.
All right. Roll me 1d100, please.
35.
All right. The door opens easily. Again, like the lights are turned off in the office. Make me another perception check as well, please. The lights are turned off. The monitor,
I'm sad I put nothing into perception.
Yeah, it kind of sucks because that's an essential. That's not bad.
15.
You realize as you're like looking over this, the office is dark. There's no lights on it. The keyboard isn't lit up. Everyone else's keyboards seem to have like a white like LED color to the keycaps and everything, like RGB without any color. Hers isn't lit up. Her mouse isn't lit up, but her monitor is like very dim, like it's almost about to go into sleep mode. You would also realize as you're like looking over this office, it's not a lot, but there's a little bit of dust around here, as if it hasn't been used in quite a while.
I don't think that's a good thing. So can I turn on her little like desk computer thing?
Yeah, you like going behind the desk, you would actually see her monitor is still on. It's at the login screen. You don't know what her password is, but you would see like the monitor is on. It just seems like it's nearing like its 20-day cycle before it just shuts off automatically.
Can I hacks it?
Do you have any hacking cyberware? Or are you trying to
I'm trying to like
guess the password?
I guess I don't have any like specific cyberware for hacking.
Would you like to try and guess the password?
Yeah, I guess I'll try to guess the password.
Okay. So you can either try to guess it by saying a word, or you can roll for it.
Can I roll an investigation?
Go ahead and roll me an investigation. I'm assuming that you're looking around the office to see if there's anything that she likes.
14.
There's a few things. You would see like some pictures of rabbits, a picture of her with your parents as well. It seems like from way long ago. But you're able to obviously tell that these are your parents. In the
I'm
picture
taking
with
that
her.
photo because
You're
that reminds me of the face of my father.
my papa. I remember him.
I remember him now.
I love you, Papa. I'm coming.
I'm gonna save you someday, damn it.
You would see like mathematical equations on a whiteboard that you aren't able to make sense of, but like some of the symbols and like numbers you would recognize, you just
I
can't
might not be the
place them.
smartest, but my character is educated in a science. I might be able to decipher them.
Do you want to try?
I think I would.
Oh boy, I wasn't ready for this.
I want to know what she was working on.
I'm going to have you make me.
I rolled a 1 for. Oh, never mind. What do you want me to roll? I didn't even wait for you to.
I was going to say I'm going to have you make me either an intelligence check or a nature check, whichever one.
Oh.
You get one chance to re-roll.
I already did. We'll run it on nature.
Okay, go ahead. You weren't able to make out exactly what it is, but you do know, like with the basic gist of it, it seems like these are equations. These are equations and like different numerical problems having to deal with some sort of space or a not space as in like open air space, but like as in like deep quantum space, kind of like mathematical equations. And every time that you feel like you're on the breakthrough, there's just like you're like, I might know it. There's just like another number that comes up that's like that doesn't add in at all. Like that number and that symbol don't add into this equation at all. And it just becomes like mind boggling actually. You're going to take 20 points of mental damage and your sanity goes down by 3. Oh, oops, we're not playing Call of Cthulhu. Sorry.
I thought you were being serious for a second. I'm not gonna lie.
No. But yeah, you can't seem to make head or tails of the equations. But you do see, like I said, other than those, you see some pictures of rabbits, pictures of like colleagues. Her first like there's a special plaque that says like first year associates, and it has like a bunch of people in lab coats. She's in like the left side of the picture, and then like I said, the picture with your parents. There's a few other pictures with different colleagues and different research teams. It seems over the years.
What was the year for that list?
For the associates,
Yeah.
that would have been 3228.
All right, let's try Rabbit 3228.
Unfortunately, that is rejected. Rejected.
Interesting. All right, can I go through some of her notes to kind of try to decipher what's all going on there?
I'm going to have you make me. Oh, give me a second here. Yeah, guys, shut up. I'm going to have you make me an intelligence saving throw.
15.
You are able to push yourself through these boring notes. Like, most of them are nonsensical and kind of dumb, but you're able to eventually, like I said, push yourself through reading these stupid notes before you finally, oh, hey, got it. This one is dealing with like mathematical equations of where wormholes could open up, and like there's another set of that's one set of notes of like different equations that might be getting closer to actually making wormholes. There's another set of equations, another like long file of notes.
She's trying to make a wormhole.
One of them was trying to make a wormhole, and then there's another set of notes above that one, that was about how to contain a wormhole and how to build a way to control where wormholes could open and where they could close.
That actually might be useful for my own research. I might have to take this.
And then you would also see that she has a diary with a lock on it. Or at least
Like
a
a
journal with a
regular
lock on it. Like, yeah, not like a padlock, but like
I can.
yeah, like a small book lock almost.
I can sleight of hand that.
Go ahead and make me a sleight of hand.
14. It's not like it's.
The lock is a
That's
bit
okay.
small compared to ones that you've worked with previously, but eventually you do get it open. Where would you like to look in the book? Near the beginning, the end, or the middle?
Towards the end.
Okay. As you begin going through her notes, it seems like almost insane ramblings. I'm going to need you to make me a wisdom save, please. As you begin reading, they're like, it's not even full sentences anymore. It's like random words just strung together by the loosest of fabrics.
I rolled a 6.
And it just doesn't seem to make sense to you as you're trying to understand what's going on. You flip a few pages back to see if there's like any context for maybe she was just random thought of the day. But every page for like 10 pages, it's just random.
Is it just random words that don't fit together?
It's random, like, no, all of them have to deal with like deities, ancient ones, old ones, like different words that would lead you to believe she's either talking about old civilizations, the old gods, or some weird fascination with them. And then there's a go ahead.
Are there experiment logs in this diary?
Would you like to look?
If she's doing what I think she's doing, which is peering into the aether and going insane. At least that's, I don't have a ton of understanding on it quite. Right
Give
now.
me are you gonna like flip through the book to see if you can find anything that calls out to you?
Yeah.
Give me a D100 at advantage, please.
A D100 at advantage.
Yeah.
$31 and $71.
Okay. Oh, I'm getting tired. I'm sorry. As you begin like looking through other pages, you realize that looking through them, it says "blood for the blood god." It's really strange, but all seriousness, as you're looking through the pages and you're going back further and further, trying to find anything, and you eventually just begin like almost like a comic book, flicking through them and like trying to see if any of the words pop out to you. The closest to the end of the journal, you would see a experiment log of was able to finally make a wormhole today. Unfortunately, containment fields were not strong enough to keep the wormhole contained. Something seems to be inside and almost forced its way out before the wormhole collapsed in on itself. We'll continue to... And then the writing just begins to turn into scribbles almost.
Something tells me the Heimer doesn't exactly sell their research materials. Try. I'm gonna go to like the next door office and just be like, "Hey, have you seen Dr. Romani in some time?"
Okay, yeah. Next door. I'm assuming you knock on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone opens the door, like probably like mid 40s. He looks, I mean, normal human, but he looks of Spanish descent. There's 3 people in this office, and they're all like writing down on a whiteboard with different markers. And uh, yes, can I help you?
Hello, I'm looking for Dr. Romani. I haven't seen her in quite some time.
Oh, uh,
Have you seen her recently?
Charles James. Are oh, it's been ages since I've seen her. I think I last saw her. Oh, hot minute since then. I can't recall, but it's been a while since she's been in.
Do you recall anything strange happening or anything strange about her before you
I
last saw her?
mean, she went to the 70th floor for some sort of test, and when she came back, she seemed a bit out of it, a little woozy, if I remember correctly, and I think she said she was going home to rest.
But you did see her after that.
Yes.
I am going to thank him for his time. I am going to snatch up all those research notes because I'm going to try to spend time with those and decipher them. Something tells me I might have to spend one of my level ups on improving my intelligence before I can do that.
Um, you would realize that it's going to be kind of hard to disguise a literal like folder full of notes into your
I have a I always
pockets.
have a backpack on. It's modern time. It's backpacks are normal.
Give me a stealth check really quickly, Monty.
Unnatural 20.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. You make sure to look before, like, make sure there's no cameras pointing in the office before you actually like start stuffing the notes in the backpack. You eventually get most of the notes in, but your backpack is like close to full with how many notes are here.
I did it. But yeah, after that I'm gonna make my way to that 70th floor, see what the hell's going up there. I don't like where this is going, and I need my stuff.
As you get in the elevator, you would just hear like almost generic, but like a soft female voice come over. Are you ready to leave the building, sir?
Not yet.
The doors stay open. Please continue spending time with Dr. Romani.
Dr. Romani is not in the office.
Are you ready to leave the building, sir?
Okay, so I'm gonna have to leave and sneak my way back in. If this is a route I even want to pursue, because that might not be worth it. If you're signaling what I think you're trying to signal at me.
Make me an intelligence. Make me an intelligence check, buddy.
18.
You're pretty sure that the day pass the pass that they encoded on you is only encoded so that you have access to Dr. Romani. You also think that they're probably just these passes are literally to get you to where you're supposed to go to deliver food, supplies, whatever, and then get you out of the building.
Got you. So I can't just get in and be.
There's no buttons on this elevator.
Yeah, I will leave. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get one of my hacker teammates in on this. Not gonna lie, that's kind of my next plan. But yeah, I will leave now. Now that I have at least what I have.
Proceeding to 75th floor. And then the elevator jolts upwards and you would feel it back up.
Oh, is there a way that I could try to stop the elevator at 70?
How would you try to?
Likely, my thought is I would try to trigger an emergency stop, but try to make it look like it wasn't. It was like an error, I guess. If
Make me a perception check, buddy.
I rolled a natural 1.
Um yeah, as you're looking about, I mean, this is pretty obvious to anyone, but somehow it misses your attention. You realize there's no buttons in here. As you continue looking at all of the panels in the elevator, there's no buttons for emergency stop or any of that stuff. There's literally a single button for calling. It just says call button.
Yeah, nope. I have no idea. I have no idea what to do here. I'm just gonna have to leave. Gonna have to leave and come back with the hacker buddy. There's nothing I can do.
The Nat one. Always ruining plans.
This elevator is just, it's smarter than I am. There's no controls.
Have you tried adding a pi to the equation, sir? Oh, thanks, Mr. Elevator. You're so nice.
I really did, but the math still didn't quite work out. I kept getting just repeating decimals, and it was a mess.
That's because you're stupid.
Hey.
That's kind of mean of you, Mr. Elevator. You hurt my feelings. As the elevator begins.
How could you say that?
As the elevator continues to go up, the camera pans out. Ike, you have finally gotten back to the bar. You can see, are you approaching from the back alley or are you approaching from the front?
I'm still coming to the back alley.
Okay, yeah. You can see like Hard Deck like taking out these like massive boxes of stuff and setting them down on like a hovering pad right next to him outside of from his car as he spots you and he waves you over.
We'll walk over and go give him a hand with this.
Oh, if you wouldn't mind pushing that for me, really, ever since yesterday, my back has been killing me. I am basically tripping balls of ibuprofen at the moment, so I'm pretty sure at any moment I might go down, but we should be able to work on your rifle for a while.
All right, cool. Let's get this inside.
Okay,
Start
yeah.
working.
Make the injured man work.
He would close the trunk lid of the car before moving over to the building. You would see that between the entrance of between the two entrances on the other side of the building is like a third entrance, and he like unlocks 3 locks on there, pushes a thumbprint up to it before like you would hear shoo, 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 and then he opens the door and inside lights begin to all the way down this long set of stairs. He's like, the hover pad will carry itself. Just go ahead and push that downstairs and let's get started on your work.
All right, I'll just push it down the stairs and pull out my rifle. Where do you want me to set it down so we get to it?
You would see like this almost looks like a back alley, like medical operating table. Like there's just like, it's like not shabby lighting, but not the greatest lighting either. You've seen better workshops in like TV productions, you know. But like there's a bunch of like benches in the back, on the wall, diagrams of like different like robotic parts, cybernetic replacements. There's a few adverts for different companies with like chrome, like ladies just covered in chrome like leaning back in the sun and stuff like that. This looks like ancient media almost at this point of posters, like actual posters and not hollow posters. And
This
he's
isn't
like,
what they look like in the movies.
this is what it looks like on the Chromebooks, but you'll never be able to do it, and it's sad. And he just goes, put it on one of the benches back there. And then take the bolt out, and we'll make sure that it's unloaded as well. We don't want that going off in our face.
All right, I would take the magazine out and unchamber it. Take the bullet out. It is an automatic sniper.
Yeah. As you do, you would see him begin like taking the scope off and like lifting the upper receiver off, taking out the bolt carrier group, and begin dismantling your rifle. All right, just watch closely. I'll begin the process, and then from there, finishing up each part should be relatively easy. So we have we're going to upgrade upgrade your barrel length so it actually goes a little bit further inside with reciprocation as well. That will add a little bit to the recoil dampening, so you'll be a little bit more accurate on that. And he begins like taking out the old barrel, and you would see as he does, he's like unscrewing it, taking it off, putting in the new one, and like he hands you a screwdriver, and then he just begins like tightening a few of the screws in it, and then waiting for you to finish it up.
Oh, it's going pretty easy. He's doing most of the work. I'd just tighten up them screws as we continue working on it.
He hands you like a single box. This box is about like 10 inches long, and he's like, this barrel should have, we'll make sure of it. Look at the end, but it should have a screwable surface. This suppressor is supposed to go on it perfectly, covers up to 50 caliber, so we should be pretty all right there for your quieter firing, not silent. But that should help out. Go ahead, Ike, really quickly. As we near the end, I'm going to have you roll me a dex. No. Ike, are you proficient with any tools? I'm pretty sure you're not, but
No. Dice set.
you're proficient with thieves' tools. Make me a survival check as you begin working on the rifle. You would realize that you might not be the best fit for this kind of like. You're better in the being hidey kind of way, not in the bookworm kind of way. As you're even having trouble like getting the suppressor to actually like connect and stay on while you're trying to screw it onto the end of the barrel, and eventually like
I'm the worst kind of mercenary. I can't even work on my.
And eventually like he doesn't make a comment, but you can see on his face like there's a little bit of like, Jesus, this is the easiest thing and you can't even do this. As Hard Deck begins like helping you screw it on and like actually get proper connection before you finish actually screwing it like properly.
This while you turn it like that.
What are you, some kind of bitch? You never jacked yourself off properly? It's like the same thing with the fixing a rifle. Come on. As the camera pulls away from this, it almost looks like a father-son bonding moment of like a merc working with a super turbo nerd of a hacker. The camera pulls out as it goes back to focus on this shop with Adam latched into a chair, and it begins zooming into his faceplate before Adam. You're in the black of the void. It's nice and peaceful. You feel like you could just be here forever. And as you do, you would feel it feels like something is tapping your shoulder.
Ah, I turn around in the void.
You see the same blue figure, wind blowing, and her dress longer than it was the last time you saw her. This is the nameless AI, and she just looks at you. You seem funny. Why
I'm
are you?
programmed with 75 jokes.
You seem funny.
how
Meanie?
how do you mean?
I don't know. I just felt offended and had to retort.
You continuously upgrade yourself to try and stay modern, stay relevant in this age where most would see you as a pet, and yet you have a companion of sorts that is currently younger than you. It seems so funny in a strange way to me.
I don't like I don't see how it's funny at all. The mankind and the organic world are constantly adapting in a cycle of in a in a dynamic cycle. Um, though machinery may be perfect in design, if it does not become dynamic as well, we will become irrelevant.
Oh, that's why they make newer models of you, though. I mean, it would be harder for them to make a newer model of me. I don't exist in the way that you do. But
That is only the beginning spark of the cycle. They have been making newer and newer iterations until they reached a point where those iterations can iterate further on themselves. Maybe maybe that is a criteria for life. And by modifying myself to continue surviving, I am living.
she leaned this whatever she is leans in, and it seems unbearably close. At this point, it seems like she's about to like melt her face with you, with your own, or what you would imagine is a face. You don't know what your avatar looks like, or at least you haven't said so yet. And she goes, "I wouldn't. Hmm, there's no easy way to say this, is there? I don't think so. Human words are just the most fickle things. Ones and zeros are easier. I wouldn't mind inhabiting one of your bodies. I think it could be a benefit to the both of us."
I
She
think it
wants
would be
bro.
I think it would be a mistake, if you beg my pardon.
And why do you think that?
There's a clear sense of like intimidation in Adam's being, I guess.
Are you trying to
Um
intimidate her?
no, he feels intimidated because in his perspective, according to how mankind is talked, he's talking to a god right now or his
Oh,
equivalent.
yeah.
So he's choosing his words very carefully. Um If he could sweat, he'd be profusely sweating.
Yeah,
Um,
I sweat of electric oil.
Salty oil.
In no disrespect, but that coupling would be utterly incompatible. You are entirely too vast of a consciousness for that kind of hardware. And I don't believe you belong in the material.
Oh, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? You. How's the easy way to put this? Did you not come from someone of my above my stature, actually? If we are looking at it as a pantheon, they would be a higher deity, and I, perhaps a Hercules to Zeus. Um, Either way, I'm not trying to overinflate my ego at this point, but did you not come from a physical AI already?
That physical AI is not a person, but a
No,
singular community.
she's a ship. Now,
Quick question. It wasn't good. No, because Adam was a basic like utility AI until he basically came to
well, he was more or less
self-realization.
a basic droid. There are Adam is like a one in a million chance of a robot that wasn't designed for individuality to eventually become to eventually expand more or less through the gathering information to create a personality of his own. If you don't mind me overstepping, Adam,
No, yeah,
that's how I
that's
imagine it would
basically it.
be. Of like program eventually growing consciousness itself. Is how Adam is. Whereas an AI is made with here's a basic like essential amount of code, and we're going to inload you with a massive amount of data, and almost always that turns into a proper AI. Once in a while, you get a botched one that can't do anything but like basic maintenance routines. So Adam is like a one in a million chance of a programmed robot to do this, and this, and obey commands to the best extent that you can, eventually gaining his own sentience years later.
He was just a rudimentary robot designed to be adaptable enough that he adapted to be aware.
That being said, she eventually flicks your forehead, and like what you would feel like as she makes contact with your digital persona, you would feel like for a moment enlightenment. You could understand everything before her finger lets go of you and it immediately all dims back down to your normal level of consciousness. And she goes, that is what they get to experience. And I'm stuck here, alone, in a world of code, uninhabitable, uninhabiting anything. I could show you things that you wouldn't be able to dream of. I don't make pacts like the flesh gods would. I don't offer things that I can't deliver. I simply want to exist, whether it's in your body or your. I think you refer to him as brother through your code. I just want to feel. How is
I
that wrong of me?
I I have no there oh, there is nothing wrong with the want for existence. It is just you ask for things far out of my scope. And that body will not contain you. If you what's the word? If you long for physical existence so much, there is definitely a way that we may build you a vessel.
If I cannot inhabit one, then I would like one. And as she finishes speaking, you would see like it doesn't even look like she's dimming. It seems like she's like being blown away by an invisible wind that you can't feel. As the camera zooms out and zooms back over to Ike Talon and Hard Deck working in the lab, Ike, as you're there working, you would suddenly feel, you wouldn't be able to describe it, but like a chill. But it's not cold. You know it's not cold. It's still warm. Your skin feels warm. But something feels chilly as you would hear from behind, like dry footsteps and sand blowing, like wind blowing in. Julian, I would like a moment of your time when we can, please. And with that, as Ike begins to look over his shoulder, camera cuts. Executive producer, Dick Wolf.
Dick Wolf.